everybody, it's the Evil Queen 98 here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial for the Kamino bracelet, and this was designed by me. I designed this a couple months ago and you guys really seem to like it, so I am finally getting around to doing a tutorial for today. So this is what the bracelet looks like. It's one of my favorite designs I think I've ever come up with. I think it's really, really pretty. And I'll be sure to have my Instagram name linked down below if you guys want to check it out. But like I said, this is what the bracelet looks like. So this is, again, a very easy bracelet to make. It's 5 pin bars wide, 2 full loom lengths long. And what you're going to need today is, again, 2 full looms of 5 pin bars wide. You're going to need a hook, your C-clip, and some bands. So gather your supplies and we will get started. Hey everybody, so I am back and I have gathered my supplies and we're ready to start placing our bands on the loom. So this is what your loom setup should look like. 5 pins straight across and then 2 full loom lengths like I said. So what we are going to be doing first is placing our border bands. And in this bracelet, it is the opaque black here on the side. And today, again, I'll be using opaque black. And all you're going to do is from the 3rd pin bar, first pin, just go straight out to either side twice. And then from there, you're just going to go straight up all the way to the top of the loom. So do that on the left side, that goes all the way up, and then do the same thing on the right side, all the way up. So I'm going to go off camera, finish that up, and I'll be back. Everybody, so I'm back. I have finished placing my border bands all the way to the top of the loom, and this is what it'll look like at the end. So you're going to stop at the 3rd pin from the top and then just go in twice on either side. So that's what it should look like. So the next step we're going to be doing is we are going to be placing the pattern. So the first part of the pattern are these diamonds, if you guys can see them. So these diamonds in the opaque black here on the in the center. So that's what we're going to be placing next. I'm going to continue with my opaque black. And all we're going to do is we're going to go diagonally from the 3rd pin of our first pin to the left, do the same thing on the right side, and then we're going to go back towards the center on either side as well. So that's what we're going to be doing the entire way up the loom. So I'll show you guys a couple more times. So out towards the left, out towards the right, towards the center, and then one last time, out towards the left, out towards the right, towards the center, and towards the center. And you're going to do that all the way up, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the next part of the pattern. So this part is going to be these horizontal bands here on the side. Again, they're in my opaque black. I'm going to use my opaque black again, and all you're going to do is go place one band going straight across from the 1st to the 2nd pin bar, and then from the 8th to the 9th pin bar, right like that. And you're going to do that wherever these sides of the diamond are. So you're going to do that wherever those bands are. So do it here and here. So you're pretty much just skipping a row and then going to the next one. And you do that all the way up. So go ahead and finish placing your diamonds all the way to the top of the loom, and then come back and place those horizontal bands, and I'm going to go off camera, finish those 2 steps, and I'll be back. Everybody, so I am back and I have finished placing my diamond pattern all the way to the top of the loom as well as those horizontal bands, and this is what it should look like at the end. So I made a mistake when I said when we were placing the horizontal bands that we were only going to be placing 1 band, and that would have been this band right here. We're actually going to be placing 2, so we're going to just go twice out from the center. So I apologize for that. So on to our next step, what we're going to be doing is taking what I have in my Persian black here on the sides. I'm using that same color again today, and we're going to place kind of zigzags on the sides. So we're going to go the 1st pin bar, or 1st pin bar, 1st pin, and go diagonally towards the center, and back towards the border. And you're going to do that all the way up, so towards the center, towards the border. So you're going to do that all the way to the top of the loom. Same thing on the right side. So from the 9th pin bar, 1st pin, or the 5th pin bar, 1st pin, go towards the center, towards the border, and back towards the center, and towards the border. So you're going to do that all the way to the top of the loom, and then when you're done with that, you're also going to go back in the other direction. So from the second pin bar, first pin, go towards the border, then towards the center, and then towards the border, and towards the center. Do that all the way to the top, and do the same thing on the other side. So from the fourth pin bar, first pin, towards the border, towards the center, towards the border, and then towards the center. So go ahead and finish those 2 steps up, and I'll be back. Alright, so I'm back. I have finished placing our zigzags all the way to the top of the loom. So they kind of make this X, so you would have done from the first pin bar to out towards the center, and then back towards the border, and so on and so forth, and then you would come back and down the other side on either side. So you kind of make an X, and this is what it should look like all the way to the top of the loom. So now we are going to be placing 3 single chains on the second, the third, and the fourth pin bar. So we're just go and place a simple single chain all the way to the top of the loom. And in this bracelet, it's kind of hard to see on the side, but it's the clear here in the center, which you can see a lot better, and then on the side here as well. So there's one on the left, in the middle, and then on the side. So go ahead and place those 3 single chains all the way to the top of the loom. Alright everybody, so I'm back. I have finished placing those 3 single chains all the way to the top of the loom, and this is what it will look like at the end. And now we are on our final band placement step. So what we are going to be doing is we're going to be placing kind of a form of a starburst on the second, third, and fourth pin bar, and we're only going to be using 4 bands. So what we're going to do is you're going to go straight up, out towards the right, straight down, and then out towards the left. So that's what that should look like. And then after that, you're going to place a triple loop cap in on the center of that starburst. And that's what you're going to do all the way up. So we're going to skip the next peg and go to this pin right here and do the same thing. So straight up, out towards the right, straight down, and then out towards the left. And that's what that should look like. So that's what you're going to do all the way up. So you're going to skip the next pin and then do another starburst. So you're pretty much doing it in the middle of where those diamonds are, where we place the diamond pattern. So do it in the center of each of those diamonds. I'm going to go off camera, finish that up, and I'll be back. Everybody, so I'm back, and I finished placing our starburst bands all the way to the top of the loom, and this is what it will look like at the very end. So the last band you're going to place here is going to place it straight up. So that's what it should look like, and you should place cap bands on it, on all the centers of the starburst as well as the very last pin. And that's what it looks like all the way down. So now we are ready to turn the loom around and get started on the looping process. So gather your C-clip and your hook, and we'll be ready to get started. So I'm back, and I have gathered my hook and my C-clip, and we are ready to get started on the looping process. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going with our starburst band. So we're going to go underneath this cap band, grab that band that is going straight forward, and bring it back to itself. So just bring it straight up. Now we're going to go into this pin and grab the top band. So go underneath that cap band, grab that top band, and instead of bring it over and back to itself, we're going to bring it straight up. So all these bands are going to be going not back to themselves. So again, this next band's going straight up. We're going to bring it out to the left. This next band will be going down, straight down, and the last band will be going, instead of going straight down, it'll be going out to the right. So it should look like this. You can do that with all the rest of the starburst. So I'll show you guys one more time how to do this. So go underneath that next cap band, grab that top band, instead of bring it back to itself, bring it straight up. Next band, I'll be going straight up, but instead of doing that, go out to the left. Next band, instead of going out to the left, I'll be going straight down. And the last pin, or the last band that you'll grab, it should be going straight down, but it's going out to the right. So that's what that should look like, and you're going to do that all the way to the top of the loom. So I'm going to go off, finish that up, and I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back, and I have finished looping up my starburst all the way to the top of the loom, and this is what it will look like at the end. So the next looping step we're going to be doing is we're going to be working with our single chains here on the sides as well as the center. So you would have wanted to place 2 cap bands on the second and the fourth pin bar, which I already did. So once you place those cap bands, you're going to go underneath them and grab that single chain band and bring it back to itself all the way to the top of the loom. There's the left, and go to the center. And then do that all the way up. And then do the right side. And do that to finish up all those single chains all the way to the top of the loom. Alright guys, so I am back, and I finished looping up my single chains all the way to the top of the loom, and this is what it will look like at the end. So the next bands we are going to be working with, we're going to be working with the first, the second, the fourth, and the fifth pin bar. And you are going to want to place 2 more cap bands on the first and the fifth pin bar. So go ahead and do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to be working with our zigzag band. So we're going to go underneath the first pin bar, first pin, and grab the band that's on top and just bring everything back to itself. So grab that band and bring it towards the center. Have the next band towards the border, next band towards the center, and the next band will be going towards the border, and you're going to do that all the way to the top. Same thing on the right side. So go into the fifth pin bar, first pin, grab that band, bring it towards the center, next band towards the border, back towards the center, and then towards the border. So you're going to do that all the way to the top of the loom, and then you come back and you're going to do the other side. So go into the second pin bar, first pin, grab that next band, and bring it towards the border. Next band goes there towards the center. The next band will be going towards the border. Make sure you aren't grabbing either the starburst bands or the horizontal bands underneath that. So grab the next band, bring it towards the border, and then the next band towards the center, and do that all the way to the top of the loom. Same thing on the right side. So fourth pin bar, first pin, grab that band towards the border, towards the center, and then towards the border. If I can grab that right band. Hold on guys, I'll be right back. Towards the border, and then towards the center. So go ahead and do one side first, and then come back and do the other side all the way to the top of the loom, and I'll be back. Right, so I am back, and I have finished looping our zigzag bands all the way to the top of the loom, and this is what it will look like at the end. So now we are ready to start working with the center bands. So what we're going to be working with first is those horizontal bands we placed. We're going to go into this pin bar right here. Grab that first, the top black or horizontal band, and bring it towards the border twice. So go underneath all those bands and bring it out twice. And I just grabbed the wrong band, so ignore that. It's an easy fix. So bring it out towards the border twice. Do the same thing on the right side. Go back into the center pin. Grab that next band and bring it towards the border twice. Like that. So do that all the way to the top of the loom. So go to the skip a pin and go to the next one and grab the next top bands and bring it towards the border twice. Like that. And then go into the center peg again and grab the next two top bands and bring them towards the border twice as well. So like that. You're going to do that all the way to the top of the loom and go off camera, finish that up, and I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. I have finished looping up our horizontal bands all the way to the top of the loom. This is what it'll look like at the end. Alright, so now we are ready to start working on the other part of the pattern. So what we're going to do is go to the second pin bar, first pin, and grab that diamond band and bring it towards the center. Do the same thing on the fourth pin bar, first pin. Underneath the cap band, grab that band and bring it towards the center. So that's what that should look like so far. And we're going to just bring all the diamond bands back to the center, or back to itself. So go into the next pin, grab the top band, bring it. Oops, I just grabbed the wrong band. So bring the top band back to itself, and the next band should go back to itself, and go grab the next band, bring it towards the center, next band towards the center. You need to do that all the way to the top. So I'll show you guys one more time. So go into the next pin, grab the top band, bring it back to itself, next band, bring it back to itself, next band towards the center, and the next band towards the center. And you're going to do that all the way to the top of the loom, and I'm going to show you guys the final looping step. And all we're going to be doing next is looping out the border. So go underneath that cap band, bring that top band out to the left twice, and then just go straight up. So we're bringing every single band back to itself. All the way to the top of the loom. Do the same thing on the right, so bring it towards the right twice. And then go straight up. So go ahead and finish up your diamond pattern all the way to the top of the loom, and then come back and do your border, and I'll meet you guys at the top of the C-clip, and we'll be ready to take off the bracelet. Alright everybody, so I'm back, and I have finished looping up my diamond pattern as well as my border all the way to the top of the loom. This is what it will look like all the way down. Just like that, and now we are ready to take the bracelet off the loom. So what we're going to do to close it off is we're going to grab a closure band and go underneath the center peg all the way at the top and go underneath all of the pins. Grab your closure band and pull it through everything. Like that. Make sure you've caught everything on that band and put the other end of the band on your hook. So that is what it should look like. Now take your C-clip, S-clip, or any type of closure that you guys would like to use and just attach it to that closure band. Just like that, and you can remove your hook. So now we have it safely secured and we are ready to take it off. So never rip it off from the top, always use your hook to take it off. What I like to do is relieve some pressure on the outside pin bars. So I just take one row off of the side, and then I can do it individually. You can also just do it individually instead of taking row by row. So you're going to finish taking your bracelet off the loom, and I'll meet you guys back to show you guys what it looks like at the end. Alright everybody, so I am back and I finished taking my bracelet off of the loom, and this is what the final bracelet looks like when it's all off. So it's a little hard to see the diamond pattern in the color combination that I used, but I still think overall it's a really great design, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. So there's that rendition, and then here's the original rendition that I made when I designed it. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and hit subscribe if you have not already. I'll be sure to have my Instagram name linked down below if you guys want to check me out and follow me on Instagram. It is, like I said, linked down below, as well as my other YouTube channel if you guys would like to see what I'm doing when I'm not looming, and my blog. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you soon for another tutorial. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye!